Good evening, Otherworldlies. This is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mask Diva. How's everyone doing this week? So, I was just online, right? Like I am all the time. And just running into a situation where people were playing devil's advocate. Okay, so how many people find that incredibly annoying? Alright, I can't stand it. I absolutely cannot stand it. Okay, so I think whenever we get online and we might pose a problem or put an opinion or something like that, there's always someone who wants to come online and go, but I disagree. Or when we're in a social situation, there's always someone, whenever you're trying to express yourself, who wants to disagree. Okay, I think in 2023 we need to kind of get rid of that. Now the thing about devil's advocate is it has its place. Okay, so if you're on the debate team, or you're in law school, or you're some sort of apologist, or you're writing a term paper or something like that, or if somebody actually asks for your opinion. Okay, they really want to know, or they really want some kind of real true feedback. Okay, that's where devil's advocate comes in. Okay, devil's advocate is actually an art form. There are, things set up where devil's advocate is an actual thing. Okay, in a social situation, I'm going to tell you, when people are talking about their feelings, or they're talking about they're complaining about something, I'm going to let you know right now, they just want to be heard. Okay, most people, when they're talking about something that happened that day, they don't want to hear why they're wrong. Okay, they want to be understood. So if you're playing devil's advocate, I'm just going to let you know right now, what you're doing is you're just waiting for your turn to talk, and you're just invalidating that person's feelings. Okay, so you're basically just being a jerk. You're just not listening to that person. You're just trying to find a way to add insult to injury when you're doing devil's advocate. Okay, so I'm letting you know that it's inappropriate. Okay, so the thing about that is it has its place. All right, so there are a lot of situations where in college, all right, you go in for the first time, you're not in high school, you're in college, and you can argue with your college professor. All right, but then you get on YouTube and you can't argue with YouTubers. Okay, we aren't paid by your parents to argue with you. All right, we're here to give our opinion and basically give our life experience and teach you, if you want to watch our channel. Okay, because you're really not until we get monetized. I mean, you're really not paying us, right? Your parents aren't paying us to educate you, so we aren't someone you can argue with, right? So personally, on my channel, if you put some counter argument in my comments, I'm going to delete it, because we don't do devil's advocate on my channel. And I can speak for some other people that I work with. They're not going to let you argue with them either. They're also not college professors. I'm not one. Okay, I'm like the School of Hard Knocks type person. Okay, your parents aren't paying me to let you argue with me. So I don't do devil's advocate either. Okay, like, remember back in the days when we all used to do clubbing and the electric slide used to come on and everybody used to get excited and like get on the floor and do the electric slide? Okay, devil's advocate is not like that, because everybody likes the electric slide and no one likes devil's advocate. Okay, so people don't appreciate it. It's you're showing a lack of fundamental social skills when you do devil's advocate with people, unless they're actually specifically saying, well, what do you think? Okay, mostly when people are talking about something, they're really just venting. All right, they're feeling like they're misunderstood by somebody, and they're trying to get you to understand them. Okay. Now, if you want somebody to quit venting to you and you want to turn them off and make them stop venting to you ever again, do devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to turn people off and alienate them, do devil's advocate. You know, if you're doing that as a defense tactic and make them go away, do devil's advocate. That's a good way to make people not like you. Okay? Now, the thing is, devil's advocate is a lot like masturbation. Okay? But there's a reason devil's advocate doesn't have OnlyFans, because no one would pay to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So, don't do it. Okay? So, it has its place. Debate team, okay? Alright, college, okay? The teachers are trying to expand your mind, make you think, okay? There's a reason it's okay to do it there, alright? You know, apologists, alright? There are people that just simply don't want to argue. Lawyers, okay? Now the thing is, if you get an argument with me, you're going to lose anyway. I'm just letting you know that right now. But the thing about me, strangely enough, is I'm not going to argue with you. Because I'm just in this point in my life where I don't want to argue with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting older, and like, most stuff is just not worth arguing about. Like, when I'm doing YouTube, I just want to teach people something. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm teaching you right now is stop doing that. Because it's going to make everybody hate your guts. And no one's going to want to be your friend. And everyone's just going to be like, that person is such a jerk. You know, what a dick. Like, they're really not going to like you. Seriously. So you need to stop doing that devil's advocate stuff. Now, for those of you who have people in your lives who do that, you can be straight up, like, dead ass honest with them and say, I need you to stop doing that. I told you this because I needed you to understand me. Okay? Not come at me with that counter argument. I need you to be my friend and not argue with me. Okay? I didn't need you to tell me blah blah blah. Okay? I don't appreciate that. So you can be like bare bones honest with people and tell them how you feel about how they just came at you with telling you why you were wrong and crazy to think that, and you know, and they defended the person who was being mean to you. Okay? It's okay to tell people what jerks they are and how you didn't appreciate how they were not being a friend. Okay? And if they don't like it, they can kick rocks, right? You can tell them that. Okay? Or you can just stop associating with them. However you like to do it. And you can open up, you could either communicate with them like that because you're calling them on their stuff, or you can just stop talking to them. I mean, however you want to handle it. But the thing is, we need to just not put up with that. Okay? Because that just shows that person is an insensitive jerk. Right? Because some people have that in them where they want that kind of banter in their life. Okay? They need to go be a lawyer or an apologist or on their debate team, or they need to do something where they're interacting, where that's engaging that part of their mind. They need to not be that way as a friend, unless you were saying, well, what do you think? Okay, and they think you wanted them to offer another side of it. You just wanted to be heard. Okay. I personally don't let people argue with me. I'm just at an age where I just don't want to be argued with. I'm a woman. I don't want to argue. And I don't want to be argued with. It's just disrespectful. And I don't want to be in situations where I'm arguing. I'm just over it, you guys. I don't want to get that mad. And I feel disrespected, you know. And it's like, if I'm telling someone that something is going on, I really just want to be believed. I don't want to have to defend my case. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, I'm just to that point where when I tell you something, you really need to believe me. I don't need to have to keep explaining it over and over and over. You just, you're either going to believe me or you're not going to. Next, I don't want a bunch of people in my life that I need to explain things to, or who aren't going to believe me when I tell them things. That's not what I want in my life. Okay, I need more quality people in my life where they're not going to automatically just think I'm making stuff up or I'm imagining things. No, I'm intelligent. I know what I'm perceiving to go on, and if I'm telling someone something is going on, they need to believe me, right? Okay, because I'm not tripping. Why would I tell someone something and make it up? There's no reason to. This is my day. This thing happened. You don't need to explain the other person's side of it. You don't even know the other person. You should be taking my side anyway and helping me. Okay, because that's another reason people like to play devil's advocate, is because they don't want to help you. And if they try to make you doubt your perception, they're actually gaslighting you. So that's another reason you don't want devil's advocate people in your life, all right? People who play devil's advocate, they like to do that because that makes them feel intelligent. And what they're trying to do is tell you that they think they're smarter than you are. Okay, no. They should just believe you, okay? If that's your friend, they should just take your word for it, okay? If you say somebody was doing something mean to you, they need to back you up. All right? If you're telling them somebody is committing a crime against you, they don't need to tell you, they don't need to defend that other person, right? That's really scary. You need the people in your life to be in your corner. They don't need to talk about the other person's side of it. I mean, that is potentially dangerous. You see where I'm going with this? So, you don't need devil's advocate people in your life. You need people who are going to believe in you, people who are maybe going to get you a real lawyer instead of argue for the other person's side. Like, what kind of bunghole does that? You don't want those people in your life. Okay, if you are the kind of person who plays devil's advocate, why do you do that? What is in it for you? Do you need to go home and think about it? Why do you not believe your friend? Why do you feel the need to disprove what your friend just told you? Is there something you need to do with your life where you need to think, the other side of something? I mean, it's good to have an open mind and see both sides of things, right? But what is it about you that you need to challenge your friend's perception on everything? Okay, why do you need to tell your friend that they're wrong about something? Something potentially dangerous might happen to them, and you need to be combative. Okay, these are scary times we're living in. You don't want combative people in your life, and you really don't want to be one. This is not the time to be a jerk. Really not the time. I mean, maybe a few years ago, it may have been okay, kind of okay to be a jerk. It really isn't okay to be a jerk now. You really don't want to be that person. So, people being devil's advocate online are a troll, okay? There's no two ways about it. Devil's advocate online, even if they sound like they make sense, they're still being a troll. Delete whatever they say. Don't engage with them. Don't keep talking to them. Just delete what they say online, okay? Because I always do when people try to argue with me. To be honest, they never make any sense, okay? Because their mission is to be a troll. All right. Some people are just, that's usually how combative people are. They're usually pretty mixed up inside, and they just want to pick a fight. So, if people try to do devil's advocate in my comments, you guys know I'm going to delete it, right? So, if you do, you're just wasting your time. Okay? Even if you think your argument is really well thought out, intelligent, and I'm going to be so impressed by your sparkling wit and intellect, and I'm just going to admire the heck out of you and all this kind of stuff, I'm going to delete it, okay? I'm not going to be impressed by it. Trust me. I'm not impressed by much. So, if I know you think you're a genius and everything, trust me, I'm not going to think that. I'm just going to delete it. So, it does not matter what you put. If you're a devil's advocate, stop. Okay, because that is a very poor social move. All right, it means you cannot take a social cue. Absolutely not. It just means you're a jerk and you just don't know how to be a friend. Okay, you need to stop doing that. Are you in the wrong line of work? Is there some place where, are you actually good at it? Is there some line of work where that would come in handy? Seriously, I'm not being funny right now. Are you actually good at that where a line of work would be good? Where you can see both sides of something and you can explain another side to somebody. Okay, maybe you have talents at it and you're just getting on your friends' nerves this way. Seriously, find it. But it's not with your friends. They do not appreciate it, trust me. They're only tolerating you. They don't like it. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Like, you're not making people like you by doing it. They secretly think you're a jerk, whether they're telling you or not. They're saying it behind your back, trust me. Or they're just tolerating you for whatever reason. Because you're related to somebody they like. Or you're in their friend group or something, but secretly they're just like, oh, I tried to tell so-and-so, and then they argued, and God, you know how he is. Yeah, they're talking about you like that. Seriously, so stop doing it. So, stop putting up with devil's advocate people. Okay, I had to put a few of them in check today. Alright, I had to delete some comments today on other medias. Just stop putting up with it, you guys. Stop putting up with it. If, stop getting on people's live streams. I'm not even talking about mine. Stop getting on other people's live streams and try to argue with them. It's extremely disrespectful. They are not getting paid to put up with your crap. They aren't your college professor, okay? Just stop disrespecting people. Stop arguing with people. It is really, really, really rude. I mean, you do not have the right to do it. Okay? I don't know why you feel so entitled to argue with people all the time. It's not okay. It's just, we're in such hard times right now. Why are you making it worse? Alright? No more devil's advocate. No more arguing with people. Quit being a jerk. And when other people are being one, put them in check. Tell them to stop it. Okay? Because I'm tired of it. It's stupid. So, I think that's all I have to say about that right now, and don't be surprised if I bring it up again. Because it's lame and I'm tired of it. Okay? No more devil's advocate. Alright, well, I love you all. This has been Juliana Angel, your Dark Mass Diva. You guys have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye.